Hello? Veronica, are you there? Did you still not clean the toilet? Oh, despicable. Why do you think it's acceptable to ignore me? I want answers. Let me tell you, young lady, it's seen as basic good manners for people like you to see to it that the toilets are sparkling shiny in time for those of us with actual contracts at this company to arrive for work and not have to feel grossed out every time we want to go do our business. Wait a sec, are you for real? Are you kidding me? Oh, you didn't clean up the area around my desk either? God, what are you playing at? Why did they even hire you if you're incapable of doing even the most basic things? Good morning, Danita. It was your turn to clean the toilet today, right? It said so on the rota. You know, the one the manager wrote and that we all signed. It'll be my turn next week, so I'll do it then. Huh? Besides, isn't desk cleaning the responsibility of the person whose desk it is? I've never heard anything about having to clean up after you. Huh? At least that's what everybody else at this company does. Think about it, people usually have important documents in and around their workspaces, so things could probably go wrong if we all went messing around with each other's desks. If anything, I think most people who work here would be annoyed if someone tried doing that. Huh? Do my eyes deceive me? Am I, a full-time employee, seriously being talked back to by a lowly part-timer? Ugh, disgusting. You make me want to vomit, you insolent little worm. The toilet cleaning rota decided on by the managers has nothing to do with being full or part-time, Danita. If you didn't want to do it, or didn't agree with the order, then why did you sign it in the first place? Gah, that's it. I've had it with your cheek. You listened to me, and you listened good, young lady. This might be difficult for a no-good, wet-behind-the-ears part-timer with zero life experience and an IQ lower than my shoe size like you to understand. But in the world of work, there are such things as hierarchical relationships, and you're at the bottom of one. I'm a full-time employee, and you're a lowly part-time good-for-nothing. That clearly makes me your superior, and means you have an absolute moral duty to do whatever I tell you at all times. How do you expect to make it anywhere in the world if you don't even understand something this basic? I suggest you learn your place if you want to succeed in this company, dear. Now, if I make myself clear, go and make up for your despicable, insolent behavior and scrub those toilets until they're so clean I could eat my dinner off them. Oh, and I will be checking. Sorry, but I'm about to head out on an errand for our department manager. Excuse me? Apparently he needs something urgently. He told me to head out to the hardware store for some supplies. No, but the toilets! Like I said, it's not my turn yet. You're on toilet duty this week. I'll clean the toilets when it's my turn to do so, as should you. This whole system is predicated on each of us doing what is expected of us without having to be told by anyone else. So if you have any respect for the rules at this company, please go and pick up the toilet brush and get to work. Thanks. Ugh, how dare you! All right, I'm heading out to the hardware store. Catch you later.
Veronica, are you okay?
Darren? Okay? How do you mean?
It's about Danita, that new employee. I got a secret report from the manager on the situation at the office. Apparently, she still thinks she's superior to you because you work part-time. From what he told me, it sounds like she's being super disdainful and disrespectful towards you. God, it made my blood boil just listening to it.
Well, yeah, she is. But I'm only a short-term worker here to cover a temporary manpower shortage. So it's not like I'll be around much longer.
Sure, but is that any reason for her to make the time you do spend here so unpleasant? How about you just come out with it and make it clear that me and you are engaged? But I'm keeping it quiet at work for the time being because you didn't want me to tell anyone, and I want to respect that. But Danita's attitude is disgusting. I don't know where the hell she gets off on thinking she can join a company and start treating its employees like dirt on the bottom of her shoe.
Yeah, but still, she's the only one in the office who acts like that. Everyone else is super kind and a joy to work with. In 2 weeks' time, she'll be nothing more than a distant memory. But if we let the cat out of the bag with our engagement now, I have a feeling we'll cause nothing but confusion for everyone else at the office. Besides, we already agreed with the department manager, Dave, we were going to let everyone know about our engagement on the last day of my temp contract. It's fine, babe, really. I'll be able to tolerate her somehow or other until then.
I'm sorry. I wish I could be around at the office more to stop her. Believe me, she would not get away with any of this crap if I was around. For the time being, I've told Dave to keep a closer eye on things.
It's fine, honestly. She isn't hurting my feelings as much as you seem to think. Sure, she can be annoying, but I can take anything. She usually gets bored when she realizes she can't get a reaction out of me. As with anyone like her, the best policy is to ignore. Don't worry about me, okay?
Alright, if anything else happens, I want you to tell me immediately.
Got it. Thanks, Darren. Hey, Veronica, you know it's the CEO's wedding in 2 days, right? Huh? Sure, I know about that. That's why you're gonna stay behind at the office and be on phone duty. Phone duty? But the company's gonna be closed that day, so the phones will automatically go to voicemail. What good would having me on phone duty do? Are you ignoring a direct order from a full-time employee? Do you have any idea about how the world works? It's not like a lowly part-timer like you would be invited to the CEO's wedding in the first place. So if you won't be at work and you won't be at the wedding, you won't have anything to do, right? I doubt someone who's still working part-time at your ripe old age could possibly be interesting enough to have any hobbies or a social circle. Well, if I was to say whether I'm invited or not... You're not, are you? I knew it. Like hell someone like you would get invited to the wedding of the most superior man at this company. Keep dreaming. All right, that settles it. You can come into the office on your own for phone duty. I want you in at 6 a.m. pronto, manning those phones like a good, obedient little part-timer. Hey! What the hell are you doing at the CEO's wedding? You're nothing but a lowly, part-time, odd-job girl. Who do you think you are coming to the CEO's wedding like this? And in a white dress? Oh, have you well and truly lost your mind? The only person who gets to come to a wedding in a white dress is the bride, you moron. It's called common sense. You're not invited, and you have the nerve to show up at the CEO's wedding wearing a white dress? Oh, how lacking in basic common sense can one person be? Not only that, but the direction I just saw you walking in, isn't that the area where the bride waits before she walks down the aisle? Oh my God, are you plotting to crash the CEO's wedding? No way. Are you gonna try and steal him from his bride on her own wedding day? You are sick in the head. You're scary. You have to be stopped. Anyway, didn't I tell you you'd be on phone duty on your own at the office today? This kind of idiocy is exactly why you're still doing part-time moron work and still haven't managed to become a proper full-time employee like me. Ugh, looks like it's down to me to save this wedding. Don't worry, dear. You'll have no choice but to go home when I'm done with you. Prepare yourself for what's coming. You have no idea about the hell that's about to be unleashed on you, missy. Don't say I didn't warn you, bitch. I spilled red wine all over your white dress. Thanks to my heroic efforts, the CEO's wedding is saved. I'm the hero of the day. Ooh, I wonder what I'll get. The CEO is going to be so grateful when he hears what I did. I wonder if I'll get a cash prize, a new car, a promotion. Or maybe it'll be that luxury holiday to the Bahamas I've been wanting to go on all these years. Oh, I'm so excited. Danita? Where the hell did you get that wine from? I brought it here myself. It was supposed to be a wedding present for the CEO. I never expected I'd end up using it to save the day from a psychopathic wedding crasher hell-bent on stealing the CEO from his new wife, but hey, life can be strange sometimes. That dress you just poured wine all over? It wasn't mine. I was borrowing it from someone. Huh? Oh, who cares? That's not my problem. You should be more concerned about why you're so mentally deranged. Do you think it's acceptable to show up at a wedding no one invited you to, pretending to be the bride? You're in the wrong here, so pay the cleaning costs yourself. The bottom line is that you need to get the hell away from this church and leave the CEO alone to have his wedding in peace. Go home, weirdo. There's something you should know. What? You weren't invited to this wedding, Danita. Huh? You might not have noticed, but there are no regular employees here today. It was only ever intended to be a small ceremony, and the only people who got invites were those of the department manager rank and above. I find it hard to believe you were sent an invitation letter by accident, which can only mean you showed up and invited yourself into the church without permission. Huh? An invitation letter? What are you talking about? How about you stop spewing nonsensical crap and disappear from this church like everyone here wants you to? You really want me to go home, don't you? Yes, and quickly. You should know that if I do, this wedding will almost certainly be called off. Huh? Okay, goodbye. Veronica! Come back, please! You have to come back to this church right away! Please, come and finish your wedding! I had no idea about any of this. I had no idea you were the CEO's fiancé all along. I had no idea that today was your wedding day. That's strange. Because there was a gathering and an announcement at the office 5 minutes after you came at me with all that nonsense about me having to be on phone duty on the day of the wedding. I gave a little speech in front of everyone to thank them for my time at the company and say my goodbyes, since my temporary contract was coming to a close, and then I announced my engagement to Darren. Huh? Come to think of it, you were playing around on your phone at the back of the room while I was talking. You weren't listening, were you? OMG, I saw you talking, but I figured you were only talking about your time at the company coming to an end. Who in their right mind would want to listen to a wishy-washy thank you speech? I had no idea it was something so important. Anyway, forget this crap. You need to come back to this church right now. Why's that? That wedding dress you were wearing was a new designer by the CEO's mom, a famous fashion designer. Apparently the launch of the new dress was supposed to be officially announced after you guys got married. Oh, that's not all. Apparently the media were here to film it. The reporters are so angry. They say if the wedding gets canceled, they won't be able to shoot their piece on the dress. Please, I'm begging you, please come back. Please get married. I can't do that. Why not? Because the wedding dress, which was supposed to be the central focus of the journalists' coverage, is so drenched in red wine that it's now completely unusable. Oh my God. As for me, I'm currently at the hospital with Darren's mom, who fainted from the shock of seeing the brand new dress she spent 3 years and $150,000 designing, being drenched in red wine by some unhinged lunatic she'd never seen before in her life. You're at the hospital? I'm leaving everything involving the wedding to Darren back at the church. If you have anything to say for yourself, then I suggest you do it there. Would you stop that? I need you to stop it with the phone calls. This is bordering on harassment now. I already have 255 missed calls from you. Oh, thank God you finally replied. Would you cut it out already? But the CEO! He said I'd be responsible for all of the costs to the wedding after he canceled it. He even said he was going to take me to court and file for compensation, including for the money that went into making the dress. There's no way I can afford to pay all that. It's going to come to hundreds of thousands. How can he expect me to pay him when I don't have any money? Oh, that's not fair, and it makes no sense. What does any of this have to do with me? You're the CEO's wife. You have to negotiate with your husband and make this all go away somehow. Please, I'm begging you. If I'm not careful, I might end up losing my job over this. To be honest, I think that's already a done deal. I somehow get the feeling that ruining the CEO's wedding during your trial period at the company automatically excludes you from working with them ever again. What? Why? Think about it. Even excluding what you did after you arrived, the fact you showed up to his wedding without an invite in the first place is pretty reprehensible. Huh? But I'm a full-time employee. I thought it was fine for full-time employees to show up. Who told you that? Seriously? Then there's the wedding dress. You totally ruined the masterpiece work of craftsmanship that the CEO's mom went to great pains to make over the course of several years. You got the wedding canceled. In doing so, you even caused major problems for her fashion business. You can't seriously think you can screw this many things up for so many people and get let off the hook without facing any consequences. That's why I'm messaging you right now. This is it, Veronica. It's your time to shine. You can use your position as the CEO's wife to get me off the hook and ensure nothing bad happens to me as a result of my silly misunderstanding. Yeah, that's right. That's all this was. I didn't mean to upset anybody. You'll do that for me, won't you? You'll convince everyone this was all just a huge misunderstanding, won't you? Please, pretty please with a cherry on top. Why the hell would I do that? Why? I have no idea why you think I, of all people, would have your back after everything you did. Did you forget how awfully you treated me this whole time? But let me be clear, I am taking you to court just like my husband is. What? You have zero allies here. Now, if you carry on messaging me like this, you're just gonna piss me off even more, and I'll be forced to bill you for even more compensation. So if you have anything resembling a brain inside that skull of yours, you'll leave me in peace. But... Goodbye.
Oh, Veronica, good news. It looks like the wedding dress can still be saved after all.
Really?
My mum had a stroke of genius after she pulled herself together after being discharged from the hospital. Apparently, she's going to redesign all the parts with stains on with new fabric. She's adamant the dress is going to be even nicer than before.
Wow, I see. Well, of course I'm happy about the dress, but that your mom's fine and back to good health is what's really important here. Oh, what a relief.
Anyways, as for the rescheduling of the wedding...
Yeah?
It'll lead to it being delayed a little longer, but how would you feel about us splurging out and holding a truly epic ceremony overseas?
Huh. Overseas? But I've never been abroad.
That's why I'm suggesting it. How cool would it be if you got married on your first time ever leaving the States? We can still do a small unofficial ceremony with a banquet and whatnot locally for the guests who can't make it abroad. We can still do a small unofficial ceremony with a banquet and whatnot locally for the guests who can't make it abroad for the ceremony itself. But I thought it would be nice if we could do the real thing somewhere completely new to wash off the trauma of the unfortunate outcome of our first attempt. So, what do you say, babe? Should we be bold and adventurous and have the ultimate fairy tale wedding?
Darren...
Come on, babe. The suspense is killing me here. What's it going to be?
A fairy tale wedding sounds perfect.
Alright, let's get started on the preparations once things have settled down with that little legal problem we need to deal with. After that, we can finally get to work on planning the rest of our lives.
Sounds good. Got it. Hey, Darren? Thank you for everything. You're the best husband, fiancé, man. You're the best man a woman could ever hope to have.
Veronica, no. Look, thank you. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you, babe. Meeting you was the best thing that ever happened to me. I love you.
We left everything to do with Veronica to our lawyers after that. Surprisingly, she did actually seem to have some awareness that she'd done something wrong, so she accepted her firing from the company humbly and without complaint. But I can't say the same for the compensation. She was insistent she couldn't afford to pay because she had no money, and surprise, surprise, she was already in a bunch of debt from a cocaine habit she'd been keeping quiet from everyone. On top of the civil charges, I also filed criminal charges with the police for what she did to my dress. I told her I was willing to settle out of court, but that it wasn't going to be cheap. All in all, the charges mounted up to a fee so large she couldn't even find a loan shark willing to lend her the money. Realizing that in all likelihood she genuinely didn't have the money, I showed up outside her parents' house and explained the situation. After that, they very kindly agreed to help her come up with the money somehow. Of course, by help, they didn't mean pay it for her, and she will be expected to pay them back every cent after the debt's fully paid off. Apparently, Danita's currently juggling 3 part-time jobs, working like a dog under the surveillance of her parents in a desperate bid to try and come up with the money. However, rumor has it she's already universally hated by everyone at all 3 companies due to her abrasive personality, and spends her days in abject loneliness while being the butt of every joke and forced to clean the toilets.